Okay. So now we proceed sa ating examples applying the different properties in logarithm in logarithm properties of logarithm. So we have here example 3. So dun sa module nyo, write the following expressions in terms of sum or difference of simpler logarithm. So nagbigay siya ng example dito. Sige, try natin siyang isulat example. Logarithm of x squared y raised to 5 is equal to. So etong logarithm natin, ito yung given natin. So automatically, ang base niyan ay 10. So ano mga gagamitin natin dito, di ba? I-apply natin ah, yung isa sa mga properties natin kanina, which is the product rule. Gamitin natin sa product rule. Di ba ang product rule pwede natin gawin is pag-iiwalayin lang natin yung dalawang logarithm. Sulat lang natin, logarithm of, parang di-distribute lang natin si logarithm. Since dalawa ito, we have x and y. So logarithm of x squared. Okay, ihiwalay natin si x squared. And then, since nasa multiplication tayo or nasa product rule tayo, automatically, it's plus. So logarithm of, nung natitira, y raised to 5. Okay. So, ito na ba yung final answer natin? Hindi pa. Kasi meron pa tayong pwedeng i-apply na property, which is the. So, itong first part na ginawa natin, ginamitan natin siya ng product rule. So, para malinaw sa atin. So, hindi pa ito yung final answer natin. Pwede pa natin siyang i-rewrite using the power rule. And power rule, di ba may exponent si power rule? The exponent sa power rule, which is 2, and then 5, is nadali natin dito sa unahan, di ba? So, our value will be 2 times logarithm of x plus 5 logarithm of y. So, ginamitan natin siya ng power rule. Okay, so I hope it's clear. So, ito na ba yung final answer natin? So, yes, ito na po ang ating final answer. As simple as that. Okay. Okay. So, example pa lang yan nung example pa lang yan. Example number 1. So, let's proceed to our actual example. So, letter A. First, we have logarithm of 3x raised to 4, y raised to 7. So, ito, po pwede natin gamitan na product rule. O, product rule ulit. Product rule, pinag-ihiwa-hiwalay lang natin yung value. So, by product rule, sige. By product rule. So, logarithm of 3x raised to 4, y minus 7 is equal to, hiwalay nyo si 3, logarithm of 3. Since product rule, plus yan. So, logarithm of yung x raised to 4 naman, plus logarithm of y raised to 7. If may nagtatanong, sir, bakit plus to? Negative yung exponent. Wala namang kaso yung plus. So, naka-product pa rin naman si 3x and y kahit negative yung exponent ni y. So, positive pa rin or plus pa rin yung gagamitin natin. Okay, so ito na ba yung sagot natin? Hindi pa. So, ayan, apply ulit natin si power rule. Doon sa ginawa natin kanina. So, dito ba may exponent pa sa first term? Wala, di ba? So, pag wala, wait lang natin yan. So, dito sa logarithm of x raised to 4 may exponent, meron, di ba? Which is yung 4. So, idalhin nyo lang sa unahan. Yun yun dyan. Copy, logarithm of x. Plus, so dito din sa last term natin, meron tayong exponent, which is negative 7. So, you just simply put negative 7 sa unahan. Considering the sign na, huwag kakalimutan. Logarithm of y. So, further simplification ng ating solution. Rewrite logarithm of 3. Rewrite 4 times logarithm of x. Then yung negative 7 logarithm of y. So, therefore, ito na yung ating answer sa first example. So, I hope it's clear. So, ginamitan natin ang product rule para dito. Nakalimutan ko isingit dito pala. Dito na lang. By power rule. So, yan. Tandaan nyo yan. Yan yung mga gamit na property. So, kung magtatanong kayo, sir, kung pwede ba namin ibaba itong wall? Sige, pwede natin i-try. Sige, i-try natin siya. So, Erase ko lang itong solution natin. Erase ko na lang to. Sige, try natin kung po pwedeng ibaba. So, logarithm of 3x raised to 4 over. Baba nyo lang itong y kasi negative daw ang exponent. So, try natin siya. So, pwede natin i-rewrite to using quotient rule naman muna. So, pwede natin sabihin, logarithm of 3x raised to 4 minus, kasi quotient na tayo, logarithm of y raised to 5. But since meron pa tayo dito hindi napaghihiwalay yung 3x raised to 4, pwede pa natin yung i-rewrite. Logarithm of 3. O, plus tayo kasi product rule yung ginamit natin dyan. Logarithm of x raised to 4 minus logarithm of y raised to 5. So, simplify pa natin. Logarithm of 3. O, yung 4 exponent siya, dalhin niyo sa unahan. Plus 4 logarithm of x. Minus yung 5 exponent, dalhin niyo sa unahan. 5 logarithm of y. So, parehas ba tayo ng sagot dito? Ay, sorry, mali ako na nakopya. Eto. Ako, magreklamo kayo. Wait lang. Okay, so 5 ito. Ay, 7. Ano naman? 7. So, magiging logarithm of y raised to 7. Okay. Tapos, ito, may 7 dyan. Huwag niyong kalimutan. Then, since exponent ito, di ba ilalagay natin dyan sa unahan? So, if you check kung parehas pa yung sagot natin. Ayan, parehas lang yan. So, either way, kung ito ang naisip niyo agad during your quiz or exam or your activity, product rule agad, pwede naman. Or kung naisip nyo is quotient rule, nakita nyo kasi may negative, ibinaba nyo agad, pwede din naman. As long as parehas yung sagot. You could use both to check your answer if correct. Okay. So, next example tayo. Okay. So, we have, next is b is equal to ln of x square root of y squared plus z squared. Okay. So, ano nang gagawin natin dyan? Nagkaroon na ng radical. Ano natin gagawin dyan? Convert natin into exponential form yung radical. Pwedeng ln of x, and so y squared plus z squared raised to 1 half. Kasi squared yan eh. So, anong next natin gagawin dyan? So, di ba, itong x is isang quantity yan. Kasi itong y squared plus z squared raised to 1 half is a quantity din. So, meaning, we could use product rule. Okay? So, equal to ln. So, yung x, so product plus yan. So, ln of y squared plus z squared raised to 1 half. So, meron pa ba tayong pwedeng simplify? So, pwede pa by power rule. Okay, so ito exponent na 1 half, dalhin nyo dun sa unahan. Unahan ng term na yun ha. Dito lang, huwag dun sa unahan dun, iba'y sagot dun. So 1 half, ln of y squared plus z squared. Okay. So meron pa bang pwedeng simplify dyan? Ito ba, pwede ba natin ito paghiwalayan, yung ln of y squared plus z squared? Hindi yan po pwede kasi hindi naman yan product. Kung sana wala itong plus sign sa gitna nila pwede. Pero since may plus, hindi kayo pwede mag-proceed into product rule ulit. If wala na tayong pwedeng simplify, we could say that this is our final answer. Ln of x plus 1 half, ln of y squared plus z squared. Okay, so if naguguluhan pa rin, you could pause the video or balikan niyo yung video para mas maintindihan niyo. So next example, we have logarithm of r raised to 4 over s squared to the base b. Okay. So dito, ang pwede natin gawin ay quotient rule. Siyempre, mayroong dinivide by quotient rule. So by quotient rule, ang pwede natin gawin, is equal to yung logarithm natin na b. Kunin natin yung numerator. Huwag niyo mapagpabaliktad dyan, class, ha. Baka malito kayo. Basta kung ano yung numerator dito, yun yung nauuna lagi. So, logarithm of base b squared. Okay. So, by power rule ulit, kasi may meron pa tayong exponent eh. So, dali nyo lang sa unahan yung 4 logarithm of r to the base b minus yung 2, dali nyo sa harap. 2 logarithm of 5 to the base b. So, meron pa ba tayong masisimplify dyan? Okay. So, kung wala na, pwede na natin i-box out yung solution natin. So, di ba? Simple lang as long as you memorize our properties, our different rule. Okay. So, ang ginagamit pa lang natin ngayon is yung product, quotient, and power rule. So, um, meron pa tayong 5 na hindi yata nagagamit. Anyway, if you have no question dito sa ating 2 examples, let's proceed to our 4th example. Okay, so we have here ln of x squared minus x minus 2, x squared plus 3x minus 4. Aha, okay, sige. Ano natin gagawin? By quotient rule. Okay, by quotient rule tayo ulit. Kasi meron tayong fraction. So, basta may makita kayong fraction dito, automatically proceed kayo kay quotient rule. Okay. Pero, check nyo din kung talagang pwede kayo mag-proceed. Analyze nyo mabuti yung problem. Okay. So, using quotient rule, we have long numerator, which is x squared minus x minus 2. Another, we have minus ln of x squared plus 3x minus 4. So, paano na gagawin natin dyan? Kasi wala na tayong pwedeng i-power rule kasi wala exponent dito, saka dito. Hindi ka din po pwedeng mag-product rule kasi may plus yan, may plus sign dito lahat. May minus, may minus, may plus, may minus. So, ano nang gagawin natin? Ito na ba yung final answer natin? Hindi pa kasi pwede pa natin i-factor out ito nasa loob. So, babalik tayo ng konti kay factorization sa polynomial. So, dito ko na lang susulat sa taas. So, when you have x squared minus x minus 2, so simple factorization. So, you simply get the square root or the roots of the first term, which is x, and then x. Wala naman ang iba, di ba? So, yung 2 natin, ano yung factor ni negative 2 na pag pinag-add natin is negative 1? Di ba negative 2 times positive 1? So, I hope it's clear. Hindi ko na i-detailed. So, balikan nyo na lang yung topic natin if nalilito pa rin dito. Pero kung gusto nyo, para ma-check, pwede nyo naman i-simplify yung x minus 2 times 20x plus 1. Ito lang din makukuha nyo. So, anyway, meron ka ng factor no x squared minus x minus 2. So, ln of x minus 2, x plus 1. So, paano naman yung x squared plus 3x minus 4? So, pwede nyo din i-factor yan. So, ganun ulit. You simply get the roots of the first term, which is x, and get the roots of the last term, wherein na pag pinag-add is makukuha yung positive 3. Di ba negative 4? Dapat saka positive 1. Okay. So, you simply rewrite the value of x squared plus 3x minus 4 into factored form. X minus 4, kalimutan yung grouping symbols. X plus 1. Okay. So, ano na gagawin natin next? Pwede na tayo mag-product rule. Bakit, sir? Magkahiwalay naman yan. Meron namang minus, may plus yan. May minus, may plus. So, pwede nyo itong paghiwalayan. Di ba isang buong quantity ito? Isang buong quantity yan. As well as dito sa x minus 4. Saka sa x plus 1, magkakahiwalay yan. Okay? So, pwede nyo siyang i-rewrite using the product rule. So, ihiwalay nyo si x minus 2. O, product rule to, huwag malilito. Plus. So, ln of x plus 1. O minus, ito yung minus na yan ha. Huwag malilito. So, ln of x minus 4 But since you are in product rule, plus yan. Ln of x plus 1. Okay. So sa tingin niyo meron pa ba tayo masisimplify? So wala na. Kasi ito, hindi mo na ito pwedeng paghiwalayin. Hindi mo na din pwedeng i-factor out yan. As well as dito, x plus 1, x minus 4, x plus 1. So, pa-box mo na yung sagot mo. Yan na yung final answer. Eh sir, paano sa quiz kung hindi na namin tinanyan hanggang dito lang? Pwede naman, may 1 point siguro, 2 points. So may point pa rin naman kasi alam, nag-apply kayo ng, ng lesson natin, which is the quotient rule. Okay, so if you have no question, let's proceed to our another example. Okay. Eh sir, paano kapag pabaligtad naman? Paano kung ibigay sa amin is yung expanded form? Paano naman yun? Sige, try natin kung paano. So for example number 4, we have example ulit. Bago tayo mag-proceed sa proper example natin, we have 3. Logarithm of a plus 4 logarithm of b equal daw yan sa logarithm of a raised to 3 b raised to 4. So bakit po-prove lang natin? Ganun ginawa natin kanina. So dito tayo, focus muna tayo dito. Anong napapansin nyo? Meron ka ditong 3, tapos may logarithm of 8. Anong pwede natin kayang gawin dyan? Diba, itong 3, pwede mo siyang iakyat dun kay A. Iakyat mo siya sa A. Anong rule yun? Diba, power rule yun? Power rule siya. So, kung yung 3 iakyat mo sa A, mapupunta siya exponent ni A, ha? Logarithm of A raised to 3. Okay? So, huwag kayo magkakamali, ha? Baka kasi 3 logarithm of A, tapos i-rewrite nyo siya ng ganito, ha? Iba yan. Hindi yan, ha? Dapat ganito siya. Yung 3 magiging exponent ng A, hindi ng logarithm of A. Huwag kayong malilito. And just in case lang, kasi may cases na nagmamadali kayo, then biglang ganyan na isulat nyo. So, pag nireview nyo, akala nyo tama. Anyway, ayun, yung 3 inakyat lang natin using the power rule. Plus, inaya ko lang yung plus. Diba yung 4 din, pwede natin iakyat kay B. Pwede natin i-rewrite yan into B raised to 4. Okay, so power rule lang ulit. So, meron tayong logarithm of A raised to 3 plus logarithm of B raised to 4. But what if we apply product rule? Kasi we have here ito, we have here, and we have same basis, which is 10, and then, so pwede tayong mag-product rule. So, logarithm, ang base niya is 10. O by product rule, we just simply copy the terms. Then, pagtatabihin lang natin. Okay? Yung 10, burahin ko na, baka malito tayo. Kasi hindi naman yan yung nakalagay sa gilid. Which is same lang din naman. So, meron pa ba tayong pwedeng i-simplify or galawin? So, if wala na, tingnan nyo yung value. Di ba yan din yun? Logarithm of a cube times b to the 4. Which is same. Okay. So, if same yan, ibig sabihin, tama itong given sa atin. So, therefore, ito na yung sagot natin. Pag tinransform natin into kumbaga compressed form, parang ganun. Sige. Okay, let's proceed to our proper example. The actual examples. So, we have here 3 logarithm of x plus 5. Ay, sorry. Mali yung given. Logarithm of x to the base b plus 5 logarithm of y to the base b. Okay, so same ang basis, which is b. So ano natin gagawin? Gaya ng kaninang ginawa natin, used power rule. Okay, so dito, sir, pwede pa ako dumiretso sa product rule agad. Mahirap, hindi siya po pwede. Kailangan mo muna siyang gamitan ng power rule. So sige, by power rule, o yung 3, di ba exponent na pwedeng ilagay, di ba yung number 3, pwedeng gawing exponent ng x. So, rewrite lang natin, logarithm of x raised to 3. O, kakalimutan yung grouping symbol para hindi malito. To the base b. Plus, yung 5, gawing exponent ni y. Maging logarithm of y to the base of b. Ay, nakalimutan ko yung raised na 5. Okay. So next, kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, use the product rule. So since same ang basis, pwede mo siyang pag-isahin. So pagtabihin nyo lang si x cubed and then si y raised to 5. Okay. So ito na ba yung final answer? Wala na ba tayong property na pwedeng gamitin? Wala na. Pwede na to. Ito na yung sagot natin. Okay. Next example. So letter B. We have 1/2 logarithm of x to the base b minus 2/3 logarithm of y to the base b. So, same ulit ang bases. So, ano ulit gagawin natin? O, pwede kang gumamit ulit ng power rule. Okay, so dalhin nyo lang doon sa taas. Pwede nyo i-recopy. Logarithm of x to the base of 1/2. So, kalimutan ng grouping symbol. Minus logarithm of y raised to 2/3 naman yan kasi ito nga yan. To the base b. Sir, paano yun? Kanina plus, tapos biglang minus to. So, pwede kayong mag-quotient rule kapag minus ang na-encounter nyo. Sige, try natin. Since parehas lang naman yung basis ng logarithm natin, you just simply copy it. And then, kopyahin nyo yung value sa loob. O wag mapagpapalit ang x and y. Yung x nasa ibabaw dahil siya yung nauuna. Over y raised to 2/3. Okay, so po pwede natin siyang i-rewrite into logarithm of square root of x. Kasi 1/2. And then, 3 ito plus cube root of y squared. So, I hope clear sa inyo kung bakit naging ganito. So, balikan nyo lang yung ating exponents and radicals na topic. So, pwede na ito ang sagot. Huwag kalimutan yung base B. Mamamali kayo ng sagot ko. Okay, last example, we have C. So, sabi given that ln of x plus 1 plus ln x minus 1 to ln x squared plus 3. Okay. Ano unang gagawin natin dyan? Okay, sige. By, so may plus ka dyan, no? May minus. Unahin muna natin yung plus na i-analyze. By product rule, kasi meron kang plus sign. Equal. So, simply copy doon. So, x plus y, ay, x plus 1. O, tabi mo lang si x minus 1. O, kalimutan yung grouping symbol. So, kopyahin lang natin yung ln. 2 ln of quantity x squared plus 3. O, next, okay na muna to. Huwag mo nang galawin yan. Etong portion na to, di ba may 2 sa unahan? Anong ginagawa pag may number sa unahan? Inaakyat natin dito, di ba? So we could rewrite this na lang. Ln of quantity x plus 1 times x minus 1. Minus, ln of quantity x squared plus 3 raised to 2. Okay, so ito na ba yung sagot? Hindi, pwede pa yung i-simplify. O, sulat ko dyan. So equal to, so anong gagamitin natin? Minus yan by quotient rule. So, magiging ln, papel nyo lang yun, grouping symbol. Magiging fraction yan kasi nga quotient rule. Nasa ibabaw yung x plus 1, x minus 1. Ano yung numerator? Yung x squared plus 3 squared. Okay. So, meron pa ba tayong pwedeng i-simplify? So, kung wala na po, pwedeng ito na yung final answer natin. But there are times wherein yung nasa loob na to pwede pong ma-cancel out. So, kung ito is x plus 1, pwede nyo i-cancel yung x plus 1 saka x plus 1, both numerators and denominator. Matitira na lang x minus 1. Okay. So, there are times na ganun. So, be careful. Titingnan nyo rin yung mga final answer nyo. Baka pwede pang i-simplify. Okay. So, anyway, okay, last example tayo sa dito sa ating product, power rule, and quotient rule. Sige. Okay. So we have another example. B is equal to, D tuloy, sorry. Example D. So we have here ln of x minus 2 plus ln of square root of x plus 2 minus 2 ln of x squared minus 4. So anong una natin gagawin? Po pwede tayo mag power rule. Sige, unahin natin si power rule dito. Pwede naman. Dito ba sa first term, mayroon tayong pwede i-power rule? Wala, di ba? So, wala. Proceed tayo sa second. Meron ba? Na pwedeng i-power rule dito? Wala din kasi walang number sa unahan. Dito sa last, meron ba? Meron kasi meron kang 2. Pwede mong i-akyat dito yon. Okay, so simply copy ln of square root of x minus 2 plus ln of square root of x plus 2 minus ulit ln of quantity x squared minus 4 raised to 2. Okay. So try applying product and quotient rule. Pagsasamahin ko na class ha, huwag malilito. Product and quotient rule. Okay, so sa unang part, sa unang part is yung product rule. So parehas naman ng base and plus, kaya po pwede natin siyang sabihin na square root of x minus 2 and then square root of x plus 2. And then dahil meron kang negative sign dito or minus, we proceed to quotient rule, which is x squared minus 4 raised to 2. So meron pa ba tayong po pwede dyan i-simplify? Okay. So po pwede pa natin gawin dyan is i-rewrite natin itong numerator. Since parehas siya ng index, naka-product yan dalawa na yun. Pwede natin yung pagsamahin sa loob ng radical sum. So balikan nyo lang yung properties of radicals natin. So pwede natin gawin ganito. Square root of x minus 2 and x plus 2. And then copy nyo lang yung sa ilalim, x squared minus 4. Huwag kalimutan yung square. So eto, pwede nitong pag-multiplyin. So ln. So pag pinag-multiply nyo to, papasok yan sa difference of two squares. Alam ko na-discuss ko na sa inyo yun o sa ibang module na-discuss ni Ma'am Aimee. Anyway, pwede nyo siyang pag-multiplyin, magiging x squared minus 4 over, huwag kalimutan nyo nasa baba, na square. Okay. So, pwede pa natin i-simplify yan. Ln of, o yun sa taas, di ba pwede natin i-rewrite yan ng quantity x squared raised to 1/2. O yung baba, copyin nyo lang ulit. But since parehas ng base, which is ang base natin is x squared minus 4, x squared minus 4, diba by property ng exponent, pwede nating pag-minusin yung exponent nilang dalawa. Pwede natin gawin x squared minus 4 raised to 1/2 minus 2. Diba pwede yan? Ang mangyayari dyan, 1/2 minus 2 magiging negative 3 halves. Okay? So, kung pwede natin gawin, since negative yan, ibababa lang natin. Magiging ln of 1 over x squared minus 4 raised to 3 halves. O kaya, pwede pang maging square root of x squared minus 4 raised to 3. O, huwag kalimutan yung 1 sa taas. Okay, so I hope clear ito. So, nag-apply lang tayo dyan ng power rule sa una. Ayan, nag-apply tayo power rule. And then yung quotient and product rule, in-apply din natin. And then to simplify your answer, we used the concept of the factors of polynomials. And we also used the properties of radicals and exponents. So, kailangan nyo talaga siyang balikan. Okay. So, I hope nag-intindihan yung diniscuss natin. So, ayun, that's all sa ating logarithm o logarithmic functions. Ano? So we will proceed now to the exponential equation or solving exponential equations. Okay, so let's proceed sa ating next topic. Yung solving of exponential equation. So, okay. So dito sabi, before continuing to the next part of the lesson, let us first take a look at two essential properties. So we have two properties when we say exponential and logarithmic equations. Nasa equations na tayo. Kanina kasi um, expression pa lang yung binigay sa atin. Okay, so first we have the one-to-one property. Okay. So sabi dito, b raised to x is equal to b raised to y. If and only if yung x na exponent is equal kay y na exponent. Ano? Okay. So example natin dito, meron tayong 5 raised to 9. X is equal to 5 raised to 4 minus x squared. Okay. So dito kasi, balik tayo dito sa first column. Ano? So nakita natin parehas yung base niya. Pag parehas yung base niya, kagaya ng nandito, we just simply equate their exponents. So in this case, we have 5 raised to 9x is equal to 5 raised to 4 minus x squared. So as you can see, the bases are 5 sa left and the base on the right is 5 then. So therefore, we could just simply equate 9x na exponent sa left side of the equation to the exponent na 4 minus x squared sa right ng equation. So ayan, nakasulat lang 9x is equal to 4 minus x squared. So there are times na pinapasolve ano yung value ni x. So pwede kayong mag-proceed dyan. I-rewrite nyo lang yan into negative x squared, negative 9x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then you simply get the roots. So yung roots, pwede di bang factorization, pwede ding quadratic formula. So it's up to you as long as makukuha nyo yung value ng x. Anyway, another naman sa one-to-one property, when you say logarithmic equation, we have logarithm of x to the base b is equal to logarithm of y to the base b. If and only if x is equal to y. So as you can see here, logarithm of x, ang base niya is b. As well as yung logarithm of y, is base niya is b. Pag parehas yung base niya, kagaya nito, we could just equate yung x na ito and then itong y. So parang ganito lang. So para mas magets, we have here ln of 4x cubed is equal to ln of quantity 1 minus 7x. Okay, so ang base nito, di ba? Logarithm of, di ba e ang base yan? Which is parehas lang ng base both sides of the equation. Therefore, we could just simply equate yung value na ito, which is ito yung x, di ba? We ko compare nyo itong 4x cubed, itong x yun. So dito naman sa kabilang side ng equation, we have 1 minus 7x. We could just say na ito yung y kanina sa equation. So just equate 4x cubed sa quantity 1 minus 7x. So yun nga, may time na pinapahanap. Usually pinapahanap yung value na x. So since 3 ang degree niya, 3 po yung roots niya. So pwede nyo yan i-factor out. So I hope clear tayo sa first property, the one-to-one property. Let's proceed sa inverse property. So if we have b raised to logarithm of x to the base b, then it will be equal to x, given that x is positive real numbers. Okay, so bawal na negative 1, bawal din 0. So dapat mas malaki sa 0. So meaning positive real numbers po. Okay, so nakita nyo yung base ng, di ba, exponent, naka-exponential form ito. So yung base natin is yung b, tapos yung base nung logarithmic na exponent natin is b din. So, kukopiin nyo lang itong nandito sa loob. Okay. So, kung yung base is parehas dito sa base nito, kopyahin nyo lang ito. Lagay nyo lang dyan. Okay. So, example natin, 10 raised to logarithm of z raised to 3. So, walang nakasulat. So, 10 lang yan. 10 ito, may nakatagong 10 dyan. So, we have base 10 dito. And then may base time 10 dyan, di ba? So, pwede natin i-write, pakuhain lang itong z cube. Ito yun. Okay. So another, we have e raised to ln of 5x minus 7. So ln can be written into logarithm na ang base ay e. So we have base e dito and then may nakatagong e which is ito po. So therefore, it will be equal to quantity 5x minus 7. So pag magkamukha yung base, kopyahin nyo agad to. Okay. So isa pang example, isa pang under ng inverse property, if logarithm of b raised to x to the base b, it will be equal to x. So kapag parehas itong nandito, yung base na nandyan, and then base na nandito sa baba, kukopihin nyo lang itong exponent na to. Okay, so depende sa inyo kung paano nyo matatandaan yung process, but ito, pinipresent lang natin yung mismo concept and property. So, yung mga dinidiscuss ko na ilipat nyo sa ganito, ganyan. So, it's up to you if you will adapt them. So, yun lang yung usual kong way kung paano ko siya tinatandaan. So, ulit-ulitin nyo na yung video if hindi nyo siya talaga mag-gets. Anyway, example natin dito sa second part ng inverse property. We have here logarithm of 3 raised to 9y to the base 3. So, since yung base natin is 3, and then yung base natin dito is 3 din, therefore, kukopihin lang natin yung exponent na 9y. Another, we have ln of e raised to 2x squared plus 5, sorry. So, ano ang base ng ln? Di ba pwede siyang maging logarithm to the base e, which is e ang base nito, e din yung base ng logarithm mo. Therefore, kukopihin mo lang itong exponent ng e na quantity 2x squared plus 5. So, I hope clear po dito sa kung paano, ano nangyayari sa properties natin. So, let's proceed sa strategies na tinatawag in solving exponential functions. So, ayan, pwede nyo naman basahin itong strategy na naka-state. Ano? So, try natin. We have first type equation. A type of equation is simple. Mga basic equations pa lang. So, binigyan tayo dito ng sample, which is 2 raised to x minus 3. So, tingnan natin kung saan papasok yung anong property ang kakabilangan nitong 2 raised to x minus 3 is equal to 32. So, dito, 2 ang base nung nasa left side. So, we have 32 on the other side. So, 32 can be written into 2. So, you could check if tama sa calculus. Ito, 2 siya. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2 is 32. So, meaning tama siya. So, ito, pwede mo siyang i-write into 2 raised to 5. So, ngayon, meron ka ng 2 na base sa left and 2 na base sa right. Ano yung property natin kanina? Ibalik ko lang. Papasok po siya sa one-to-one property, hindi ba? So, you have bases on both sides of the equations which is equal. Therefore, you copy their exponents. So, on the left side, we have the exponent na quantity x minus 3, and on the other side, we have 5. So, solve for the value of x. So, simplify lang, transpose 3 to the other side, you will have 5 plus 3, which is 8. Okay, so, usually, ang problem kasi dito, pinapahanap lang ang value ng x. So, mahalagang alam natin yung properties. Kung hindi natin matandaan, hindi natin masasagot yung problem. Okay, so I hope clear tayo doon. Okay, so ito complicated daw. So try natin siyang i-solve. So sabi dito, isolate the exponential expression. So paano natin gagawin yan? Iiwanan natin dito sa left side si 3e raised to 2x kasi siya yung exponential expression. Ano? Yan yan. Kasi may e. Kasi may exponent din siya. That's why that's the exponential expression. So pag ginawa natin yun, nalipat na si 2 sa other side, we will have 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So retain lang natin si 3e raised to 2x. And then, di ba, pwede natin gawin, divide natin both sides into 3. Magiging e raised to 2x is equal to 3. Okay. Ano nang gagawin natin dyan? Sabi dito, take the same logarithm of both sides. Take the logarithm with base that is equal to the base of the exponent and use the property logarithm of b raised to x to the base b, or take the natural logarithm and use the property ln m raised to p is equal to p ln m. So, paano yun ang haba naman? So, pwede natin gawin. Andito na tayo, di ba? So, sabi niya dito, take the same logarithm of both sides. And reminder niya sa atin, dapat yung base ng logarithm na gagamitin natin is equal doon sa base ng exponent. So, ano ba yung base ng exponent na ito? Na e raised to 2x, di ba e? So, anong logarithm ang may base na e? Di ba ln o natural logarithm? So, therefore, we will just put ln sa e raised to 2x and 3. So, pwede natin gawin yan. Okay. And then, since meron na tayong ln of the e raised to 2x is equal to ln of 3, we could simply apply yung power rule. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, it's power rule. So, pwede natin yung 2x, dadali natin sa unahan. So, magiging 2x ln of e is equal to ln 3. Ln of e is equal to ln 3. Okay? So, since ito po ay 1, di ba 1 lang yan? So, magiging 2x is equal to ln 3 na lang. So, di ba, tandaan nyo lagi yung mga values natin eh. Ln of p is equal to 1, ln of 1 is equal to 0. So, tandaan nyo lagi yan. So, we have here 2x is equal to ln of 3. Yan, pwede nyo nang isolve yung value ng x by simply dividing ln of 3 to 2. Okay, so therefore, we will have 1/2 ln of 3 as our answer. So, I hope it's clear po. Then, let's proceed sa ating example. So, if magulo pa rin, balikan na lang yung video. Okay. So, okay. Proceed tayo sa ating example. Okay. So, dito, sabihin natin number 5. Okay. So, solve the following problems we have here as first example is 3 raised to x is equal to 81. So, ano pwede natin gawin? Pwede ba natin gamitin si one-to-one property? Or pwede ba natin gamitin yung isa nating property which is the inverse property? So, gamitin natin si one-to-one property since exponential form siya. And walang any presence of logarithm or natural logarithm. So first, we will have, copy nyo lang yung p raised to x. So 81 can be written into 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, di ba? So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And then 27 times 3 is 81. So pwede pa natin i-write yan into 3 raised to 4. So ang purpose natin, bakit natin ginawa yun, is para magkaroon tayo ng same basis in both sides of our equation. So now we have 3 as base of our equations, both sides. We just simply equate their exponent to each other. Therefore, the value of x would be equal to 4. As simple as that po. So next example, we have here 5 raised to 7 minus x is equal to 125. So ano gagawin natin? Nagkaroon na ng minus x sa exponent sa kabilang side. So, balik tayo dito sa ginawa natin. We have here 125, hindi ba? Paano natin i-rewrite ng 125? Di ba pwedeng 5 times 5 times 5? Kasi 25 na ang 5 squared. And 25 times 5 is 125. So, 125 can also be written into 5 raised to 3. Okay, so you just simply copy 5 raised to 7 minus x is equal to. Lagay nyo na si 5. And then, wag kalimutan yung exponent ng 3. So ngayon ba meron na tayong parehas na bases in both sides of our equation? So yes, we have 5 sa left and 5 sa right. Therefore, we could use one-to-one property or we could just copy their exponents and equate to each other. So ano gagawin natin? So for value of x, si x lipat mo, magiging positive, and lipat mo si 3 sa kabila, magiging 7 minus 3, which is x is equal to 4. Okay. So I hope it's clear yung examples natin. Okay, another example para mas magets natin. So we have 1/2 of 4y. Exponent ang 4y. Then anong gagawin natin? Di ba ang ginagawa natin, dinidistribute natin yung exponent in both numerator and denominator. So 1 raised to 4y, 2 raised to 4y is equal to 16. Okay. So, gagawin natin, balikan natin ng konti si exponents, mga properties of exponent. Diba sabi dun sa properties of exponent, any exponent na i-raise dun sa 1, ang lagi natin sagot is 1. O meron tayo ditong 1 raised to 4y. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pwede natin nasabihin itong 1 raised to 4y is equal to 1. So therefore, we could rewrite our equation into 1 over 2 raised to 4y is equal to 16. O, next natin gagawin, properties ulit ng exponents. Di ba pag meron tayo sa baba, pwede natin itaas yan. Magiging 2 raised to negative 4y na. Bakit? Kasi itinaas natin. Okay? Equal to 16. But 16 can be written into 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Di ba? So, itong 16, pwede natin maging 2 raised to 4. Okay, 2 raised to negative 4y is equal to 2 raised to 4. Okay, so ilagay ko dito ang ating solution. So 2 raised to negative 4y is equal to 2 raised to 4. Since same na sila ng bases in left and right ng equation, we just simply copy their exponent and then get the value of the variable, which is y. So 4y over 4 equals to 4 over 4. Y is equal to negative 1. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Sige. So, pause nyo muna yung video and then digest mo yung diniscuss natin. Okay, so pause nyo muna. Okay. So, if you don't have any question, let's proceed sa ating next example. So, number 6. For example, tayo dito. So, dito sa 6, solving more complicated exponential equation. So, we have 4 examples. So, let's proceed to the first one. We have here yung first one ay 5 raised to 3x is equal to 60. Hey, sir, paano na yan? So, pwede ba natin gawin yung mga ginagawa natin kanina sa solution? So, try natin ha. Kung natin yung 16, i-write natin into, i-factor out natin. So, di ba sabi natin kanina, ang 16 daw is 4 na 2. Or 16 raised to 2 raised to 4. But we do that for the purpose na magkamukha ang bases in both sides of the equation. So, kung 5 ang nasa left, dapat 5 din yung sa kabila. But in this case, as you can see, 2 ang lalabas na factor or 2 yung lalabas na base ni 16. So, therefore, we could not use this method. So, erase lang natin to para hindi siya mag-cause ng distraction. Okay. So, sir, ano na gagawin natin dyan? So, let's try using other property. Okay, so, try natin gamitin yung power rule. So, sa power rule, di ba, dapat merong logarithm na kasama yung term or natural logarithm. But in this case, 5 raised to 3x is equal to 16. Wala po tayo nakikita any form of logarithm. So, ano gagawin natin? So, i-try natin na gumamit ng another property wherein magkakaroon ng logarithm. Di ba pwede natin gawin is maglalagay ka ng logarithm in both sides of the equation. But make sure that the logarithm na ilalagay nyo and yung base na gagamitin nyo is same doon sa base ng exponent. So sana clear yun. So kung ang base ng exponent na 5 raised to 3x is 5, dapat ang base mo rin is 5. Okay. Kasi dapat 5 din dito sa kabila. Okay. Kaya lang, okay tayo dito sa left side. Sa right side, okay ba tayo? Hindi, kasi ang base natin sa right side is 16, tapos naglagay tayo ng 5. So, sir, hindi pa rin yata pwede, hindi pa rin pwede yan. Okay, so, ayan, pinapakita ko lang yung mga solutions na possible yung gamitin. Na possible din naman o mali talaga. Okay. So, sige, ano ba sir ang gagawin talaga natin? Sige, try natin tong isa. Okay, gumamit tayo logarithm kanina. So, why not try using ln? So, ln, lagyan mo lang ng ln yung both sides. 3x is equal to ln of 16. So, pwede na yan. Okay? Pwede na yan. Okay. So, actually, kanina may nabanggit na ganun sa ginawa natin, naglagay tayo ng logarithm of to the base 5. So, pwede naman yun, but not applicable in every cases. So, ang option kasi natin, maglagay ng ganun, lalagay tayo ng logarithm na b. Kasi ito yung ano natin, exponential, parehas to. Or, pwede naman daw maglagay tayo ng natural logarithm. So, in this case, ginamitan natin ng natural logarithm. Okay? So, sige, proceed tayo. So, yung 3 na to, exponent ng 5, pwede natin dalhin sa unahan, magiging 3x. Ln of 5 is equal to ln 16. So next natin, divide both sides by ln of 5. We will, 3. 3 pala, huwag nakalimutan yun. So divide both sides by 3 ln of 5. So you will have x is equal to ln of 16 over 3 ln of 5. So pwede na ba itong sagot na to? Oo naman, pwede naman na itong sagot. So kasi syempre hindi nyo naman na makakalki yan. So pwede na itong sagot. But if you will have your calculator, ang magiging possible na, ang magiging sagot dyan is 0.57424. So, 16 over 3. So actually mahaba yan class, but we will just use. Pero pag sa quiz, wala kayong calc, hindi niya masasolve sa mano-mano yan. Ito na lang, fraction form. Besides, sakto pa siya. Wala kang nirang up dyan or round down. Okay, so I hope wala nang question and nag-get yung ginawa natin. Yung ginawa lang natin, we just simply use ln. Okay, so hindi natin pwede gamitin yung mga una natin pinrasan. Bago to. So let's try to proceed to another example. We have 4 raised to 3x plus 2 is equal to 71. So, syempre, yung 71, wala namang factor na 4 yan. So, kung naisip natin na i-convert to into exponential form is 71, alam ko pwede. So, x na idea na yan. So, yung logarithm, huwag na lang natin i-try din kasi ganun yung ginawa natin kanina, hindi rin siya kumana. But, used ln instead. So, kung nakakita kayo ng ganyan, gamit kayo agad ng ln. Okay. Dahil yung ln kasi, isa lang ang base niya agad. Hindi kayo iisip pa ng iba. So ln of 4 is 3x plus 2 is equal to ln of 71. So huwag kakalimutan na itong 3x plus 2 ay isang buo po. Ano, pag nilagay natin dito sa unahan, isang buo din yan. So 3x plus 2, huwag kalimutan yung ln of 4, ln of 71. So divide both sides by ln of 4. You will have 3x plus 2 is equal to ln of 7 over ln of 4. So balik tayo dito. You have 3 is equal to ln of 7 over ln of 4 minus 2. Kasi galing dito yun. Yung 2 na positive nilipat sa kabila, naging negative. So divide both sides by 3. So x will be equal to ano magiging sagot natin? Sige, ano muna natin to. Yung nasa taas, pwede natin siyang i-write na ln of 4. So magiging ln of 7 minus 2 ln of 4. Okay, so yun natin to. Tapos may 1 sa baba. Extremes and means is equal to magiging ln 7 minus ln of 4. But squared. Kasi may 2 sa unahan, di ba? Okay. So 3 ln of 4. Kasi natin sulat na. 3 ln of 4. So po pwede pa natin i-rewrite yan. So di ba minus yan? So po pwedeng maging ln of 7 over 16 over 3 ln of 4. Ulitin ko nga ang gulo. Kung wala solution, ulitin natin. So let's proceed to our next example. B. We have 4 raised to 3x plus 2 is equal to 71. Okay. So, gaya ng ginawa natin kanina, naglagay lang tayo ng ln sa unahan nila. So, ln of 4 raised to quantity 3x plus 2, and then ln of 71. So by power rule, put the quantity 3x plus 2 na exponent sa unahan ng ln 4. So by that, we will have quantity 3x plus 2 times ln of 4 is equal to ln of 71. So next, divide both sides by ln 4. Okay, so i-transpose na natin si 2 mamaya. Pag nire-write natin. So 3x is equal to ln of 71 over ln of 4 minus 2. So simplify lang natin. Ln of 71 minus 2 ln of 4 over ln of 4. Okay. So since meron pa tayong 3 sa kabila, ihiwalay natin kay x yun. Magiging x is equal to, punta lang siya sa baba. 3 ln 3 ln of 4. Okay. So tinamis mo lang si 3 doon sa ln 4 sa denominator. 71 minus, so di ba yung 2 pwede natin gawing exponent yun? Lagay natin dito. So ln of 4 squared or ln of 16. Okay. So dito, kung pwede pa natin gawin ay lagay natin dito yung next. Ang next natin dyan ay x is equal to, di ba yung ln 71 minus ln of 16, pwedeng maging ln of 71 over 16. Di ba? Pwede natin gawin yan. Then we just copy the denominator 3 ln of 4. Okay? So ito, kung pwede naman ito na sagot nyo, so kaya try nyo siyang i-calculate. Ln of 71 over 16. Don't forget your proper tawag dito, proper grouping symbols para hindi mamali yung sinusolve nyo. So if you will use calculator dito, we will have 0.35829 and so on and so forth. Tuloy-tuloy yan. So either of the two, kung ito, syempre wala namang calculus, so hindi nyo may sasagot ng ganyan yan. So kung ito sagot nyo, yun, tama naman sagot nyo. If you use calculate, ito yung sagot nyo, tama din naman. Anyway, I hope it's clear yung explanation natin dito sa second example. But then let's proceed to our another example. Okay, so dito ko na lang isusulat. So we have 4e raised to x raised to 2 is equal to 64. So anong gagawin natin dyan? Ano pwede natin gawin? Ang pwede natin gawin ay gumamit ng logarithm. But, ang pwede din natin gawin ay kunin natin yung exponential form ng 60%. Pwede naman natin siyang i-divide into 4. So 4 times 4 times 4. So ayan yung form niya, which is 64 is equal to 4 cubed. So rewrite lang natin, we have 4e raised to x squared is equal to 4 raised to 3. So since meron na tayong ganyan, ang gagawin natin? I-equate na ba natin agad si x squared to 3? Hindi pa po. Ang gagawin natin? Divide muna natin sila into 4. So, e raised to x squared is equal to 4 squared. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin dyan is maglo-ln tayo. Okay? So, try to put ln in both sides of the equation. Ln of e raised to x squared is equal to ln of 4 squared. So, 4 squared is 16 na din yan. So, ln of e raised to x squared is equal to ln 16. Okay. So dito, since yung ating exponent, since yung base ng ating exponent na e is parehas sa base ng ating natural logarithm, pwede na lang natin copyhin ito. So balikan nyo lang yung properties kanina. Pwede natin copyhin lang yung x squared, equate natin sa ln of 16. So pwede natin gawin, square root natin both sides. So x is equal to square root of ln 16. So yan yung sagot natin. So kung makakalculate nyo naman siya, magiging positive or negative 1.66511 and so on and so forth. Sir, bakit dalawa? Bakit may positive, negative? Plus, always remember na when you are getting the roots of a number or a number, usually meron siyang positive and negative. So kapag positive yung nilagay nyo, pag kinuha nyo yung square ng positive number na yun, malalabas yung nandun sa square root. Pero kung negative, ganun pa rin naman. Kasi negative times negative lang naman yun, di ba? Given that square root. Anyway, if nagets naman ng ating examples, let's proceed to our fourth example.